right now. If you are new to this whole thing, probably click the link looking to do some side split stretching. We are doing side split stretching. We're going to do a little bit of warm up and some other stuff that doesn't look exactly like a side split, but I promise everything will be for warming up, getting ready to do side splits. All right. We're going to start with something called the hip cars. The hip cars stand for CAR, controlled articulated rotations. We're going to start by bringing the knee up, opening up that hip as wide as you can go. Then I want you to lift that ankle and bring the leg down and back. So it's slightly behind the standing leg. I want you to flex your glutes and your hamstrings. Welcome back, Queen R. All right, let's do that 10 times. I'll call out each of the moves as we go, and we're going to switch to the other side after that. All right, high knee, open, ankle, down and back. That's one. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 If you need to hold on to something for balance, grab it, use it. It could be a wall, could be a chair, could be a dresser or a bookcase. Just make sure you don't pull on it and cause it to topple over. That would be bad. All right. I think that's 9 and 10. Just going to pop in, check the chat. Queen R is ready to go. All right. Let's continue. We're going to do the other leg. Same thing on this side. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 I think just one more. And that's it. Right, we're 2 minutes in, guys. We're going to reverse this whole shenanigans. Instead of knee up first, we're going to do leg back first. So flex the glute, flex the hamstring, bring the leg back. Sorry, I was just double checking. I have my microphone on. Sideways, ankle down, knee forward. All right, let's go. Back, sideways, ankle down, forward. Back, sideways, ankle down, forward. If you've never done anything like this before, you might think, what is this guy doing? How is this relevant to side splits? Well, let me tell you. These movements are really good for your hips. We're using our muscles to get maximum range of motion out of the leg. And at the end of the day, being able to control how your legs move is exactly what a side split is, right? You're just doing it in an even more extreme way than what we're doing right now. All right. Let's switch to the other side. Same thing. Tense the glute and the hamstring, pull the leg back. Side lift sideways, rotate the ankle down, knee forward. We got 10 of these total, and then we're going to be on to the next exercise. 3, 4, back, side, ankle down, knee, 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 back, side, ankle down, knee. All right, we got a whole bunch of people coming in. If you're just joining, you have no idea what you're signed up for. We do side splits related stretching every single day. We do side splits at the end, and we do a bunch of warm up, which is what we're doing right now. What we're doing is called hip cars. We actually just wrapped up. We're gonna move on to the next stretch. It is the elephant walk. We do these live side split stretching every single day to help you keep accountability towards your goals, help me keep accountability to my goals. And the next stretch we're gonna do, next warm up, is called the elephant walk. You get into this L-shaped position, try to keep a straight low back, bend one knee, straighten the other leg, bring the belly button down, feel the stretch in both hamstrings, maybe a little bit in this outer glute. Keep on bringing that belly button down, and then rotate your chest open towards the straightened leg. You should feel a deeper stretch in this upper outer glute. I want you to hold that there for just a couple of seconds. See if you can bring your belly button down a little bit further. And switch to the other side. We're going to do 10 of these. I'm going to show you slightly harder variations and slightly easier variations that you can use depending on your flexibility. If you are new, feel free to introduce yourself in the chat, say hi, and if you have any questions, throw them in there. All right. This is the harder variation. Once you bring your chest down, I want you to grab that calf, open up your chest, point to something behind you, look at that hand, mark that spot that you can reach, and next time we go back into that stretch, try to get to that spot or further. All right, same thing. This side, and down. We got 10 more, or sorry, we got 10 total. I'm gonna just double check the comments. Liverpool, welcome back. All right. We got 8 more to go. Let's keep going. This is 3. You should be working up a nice sweat while you're doing these, unless wherever you're doing them is quite chilly and cold, I guess. Maybe you're not working up a sweat, but I'm sweating. And I chose to wear pants. All right, I think at 5 or 6. Let's keep going. You can pick up the pace a little as you've done more, since your body will be a little bit more warmed up and used to being in a more intense stretched position. I think that's 8 or 9. And this is 9. And this is 10. All right. Whew, elephant walks are done. Let's keep going. We're going to do the Cossack switch next. Looks a little bit like this. We're going to widen our stance, point our knees and toes out roughly 45, 60 degrees. Track your knees so that's going the same line as your toes. All right, what that looks like, if I'm facing you, is my toes are pointed towards you. My knees are also moving towards you. Okay? Whew. Let's try to do that off to one side and feel that hip get a little bit of work. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of stretch in the groin and inner thigh. I want you to lean forward and feel a little bit of the stretch in that Achilles, in the calf and ankle. And once you're here, I want you to externally rotate the other leg. What that means is if your toes were pointing forward, I want you to rotate the leg so that your toes are pointing up. My knee is pointing up, my quads are pointing up. That is an external leg rotation. We're going to need that soon towards the end when we're doing side splits, so don't forget it. All right. Now, what makes this a switch is we're going to switch over to the other side and try to keep our butts as low as possible as we get over there. Same thing. Feel the pressure in that hip, stretch in the leg, work that ankle and Achilles, and keep on going. We're going to do 5 of these total. We just did 1, and this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, if you're catching up, don't feel rushed, don't feel hurried. I did them fast, doesn't mean you have to do them fast. I talk a lot, so you got lots of time to catch up if there's anything that I'm going a little too fast on. All right, Liverpool is filled with emojis to express the struggle, and I appreciate that. All right, we just did the entirety of the warm-up. It's time to get to the stretches. All right, first stretch is the hamstring stretch. I think this variation is really good for beginners or people who have really tight hamstrings. So follow along. You start by standing up straight, take a step forward with the leg you want to stretch, push the hips back so that your upper body is as close to horizontal as possible. And where you put your hips controls the intensity of the stretch. All right. So try to settle your butt nice and far back and imagine almost sticking your butt out. If you suddenly feel like your hamstring is even tighter once you've stuck your butt out, that means it's working. You've shifted your pelvis a little bit and increased the tension in that hamstring. All right. And that's what we're going for. We're stretching the hamstring. All right. Next up, once you are in this nice stretched hamstring position, I want you to look at your belly button, touch it for a second if you want, and focus on trying to bring that belly button down to the ground or at least fold it down into your thigh. All right, we're going to hold this stretch. We're going to apply consistent pressure for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh man, come on up. Shake that leg out. Switch to the other side. If you are feeling like you need an even more intense stretch for some reason, I recommend you trying to do basically the same thing, but drop it down a little bit. All right. So what we're just doing is taking a step forward, throwing the hips back, trying to keep the upper body horizontal and getting the stretch this way. You can try a variation where you put your knee down. You can give yourself a little bit more stability by holding and supporting yourself on the floor. Once you're here in this position, you can do the same exact thing. Focus on bringing your belly button down to the thigh or down to the ground. All right. Let's do it. Apply steady pressure for 30 seconds. Let's go. And stick your booty out. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on up and out of that hamstring stretch. Oh, if you're feeling like it's getting more and more intense every single day, it's probably a good sign that you're really figuring out how to get into a deep and more intense stretch. The first couple of days, because you're not really sure what you're doing, there's a little bit of a learning curve. Liverpool, let me know if you felt like it's getting harder and harder. Whew. All right, let's see. All right, we're good on the chat. So let's keep going. Next up, we're going to do the butterfly. I recommend using a wall or a door, something strong and durable to put your back against. I put my hips, my shoulder, my head against the door, window thing, and bring my feet together and pull them in towards my hips. You'll see my knees have come up off the ground. I want you to focus on using your muscles, the the outer thigh muscles and the glutes to help pull your legs down. All right. Reduce that distance between the knee and the floor. And then I want you to stick your shoulder into the wall and into your leg, into the wall, into the leg, and apply steady pressure for 30 seconds. Open up that groin, and that's it. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Remember to breathe. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, relax your hands, relax your muscles, let your hips come up, and let's go move on to the next stretch. I'm going to slowly crawl over just to check to see if there's any comments I need to respond to immediately. And it seems like we're okay. Everybody's just having a fun conversation. All right. Next up, we are getting into one of the harder stretches. When I say harder, I mean it is way more side splitty than all the other muscles or other stretches because it works a lot of the same muscles. All right. We're getting into pancake. And for the pancake, if you've not been on or seen this before, we're going to stand up, then let our legs spread open. If you have difficulty controlling the muscles so that you can get down nice and smoothly, then I recommend you grab a chair or a stool, a coffee table, something stable and structural. Give yourself a little bit of a support to help you stay stable. All right. Next up, keep on letting the hips slide out. Once it starts getting a little bit uncomfortable here, I want you to just come back in a little bit so there's no more discomfort. And I want you to focus on folding at the hips so that your belly button is getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the ground. Whole bunch of my joints just clicked and cracked and made all sorts of sounds. I hope you didn't have to hear that. That's it. We've set up for the pancake. And now for the next 30 seconds, I want you to do similar to how we were doing the hamstring stretch. I want you to stick your butt out and try to bring your belly button and chest down to the ground. You can grab onto your calves and give yourself a little bit of a pull. You can extend your arms and add a little bit of leverage to help bring you further down. Whatever it is that you decide to do, start getting to that position because we're starting right now. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Remember to breathe. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on up and out of that position. But remember that position because we're going to be doing something super similar in just a couple of seconds when we get into the side split. All right. But before we do the side split, it's time for some pigeon. We're going to stretch out this outer hip and work on these outer hips a little bit more. And if you don't know what a pigeon or a figure four stretch looks a little bit like this. We're going to bring our ankle up towards our opposite hip. We're going to bring our chest towards that leg. All right. And the muscles we're going to stretch are over here in the outer hip. So let's get into a variation on the floor. We're going to do the slightly easier to control variation. And that one is on our back. You're going to cross that leg over just to under a little bit behind that opposite knee. And you're going to reach your arms through that hole you created and pull the leg towards you. You should feel the stretch in that outer hip, maybe this glute-ish area. And I want you to keep applying steady pressure for 30 seconds. All right? Don't relax. Keep applying steady pressure. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on back down. If you were able to apply steady pressure and not forget and start daydreaming and whatever you're doing in your head, you should notice that the intensity of the stretch really picks up. And you might even feel it right underneath the glute and in the tops of the hamstring. All right, we're going to switch over to the other side. I don't know why I stood up, but it was good because I could demonstrate the top side of the hamstring. All right, cross the leg over, reach on through, pull the neck in, and let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Remember to breathe. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep on the pressure. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, relax that leg. Do some kicks. Pretend you're a baby. Or if you do Pilates, I think this is called a dead bug or something. I'm not actually 100% on that. I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me if you have Pilates experience and know what that's called. Obviously, I was flailing and it wasn't like intentional. So just tell me what it resembles. Not, yeah, I don't need the criticism. All right. Hi, Reese. Welcome, welcome. We are, oh wow, there's a bunch of people on. We're doing side splits right now. And everything we're doing prior to this point was warm up in preparation to get our joints and our muscles relaxed and ready for the side splits, which we're about to do right now. All right. So let's get started. If you don't know, we do this for 20, 30 minutes every single day and starting about 20 minutes ago. So feel free to come back in if you want to be in for the whole entire thing. It starts 20 minutes ago tomorrow. All right. Let's drop in to a pseudo side split position. And then as soon as your hips start getting uncomfortable, I want you to lean forward and get into sort of a push-up position in front. And then I want you to externally rotate your legs. For everybody who has not been on since the beginning, which is totally normal, I want you to, if your toes are pointing forward towards you direction, then I want you to rotate the whole leg so that the toes point up, the knees point up, and the quad muscles point up. I want you to do that for both legs. All right. If you find yourself in this position, and you should be able to do this in a variety of positions depending on how flexible you are. Maybe you can't open your legs that wide, but you can still get into this position all the way up here. Maybe you can get really deep and wide, and you can still get into this position back here. That's the beauty of it. However, if you can't get into this position at all, where your hands are stable and your feet are stable, grab a stool, grab some books, something stable to help you lift your chest a little bit higher off the ground and give yourself a little bit more control. At the end of the day, flexibility is a lot about how the brain perceives the safetyness of a position for your body. And if you are feeling stressed out, tired, really scared that you're going to hurt yourself, it's not going to make stretching any easier. All right. So if you need something to help you feel better, take a couple seconds, go grab it. I go real slow. I promise I talk way too much. So go grab what you need. All right, let's keep going. Once you are here, I want you to try to walk your hands back towards your hips so that most of your weight is over your hips. We want gravity working for us as much as possible. So we want to put all the weight into the muscles in our hips. All right. Your hips should drop down, and you might have some sticky feet, some sticky flooring. I recommend you doing a little wiggle from side to side to see if you can spread your legs out a little bit further. And if you cannot move and you are all set, can't go any deeper, we're going to start at 30 seconds. All right. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, crawl forward, crawl out of it, lay down if you need to, relax those muscles. Breathe. All right, we're going to take 20, 30 seconds of rest. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and check the comments because I feel like I haven't come over in a second. Whew. All right, that is our first side split stretch. We're going to do 2 more of those. And hi, Tina, welcome back. Oh, okay, we're only 23 minutes in. Sweet. We only have 2 more side splits to go, so we've been going nice and fast today. I'm a little bit out of breath, I think, because I talk so much and talk so fast. All right. We got 6 people on. I'm pretty sure I don't know at least 3 of you. So I'll give a little recap. We do 20, 30 minutes of side split stretching every single day at this time, or starting 24 minutes ago. And we're here to create a little community of people trying to build some consistency. And I hope you'll keep joining us. Okay. I think Liverpool thought I had died because I crawled out of my side split and just laid down on the ground for a second because I have been talking so fast. I haven't had a lot of opportunity to breathe, and I needed to lay down for a second. All right. That was way more than 30 seconds of break, so it's time to get back into another side split. Let's go. Same thing. If you can control your descent into the leg spread position, keep going. If you need a little bit of support, go grab something, whether it's a stool or a chair. And once your legs are no longer comfortable, I want you to lean forward and get into sort of a push-up position in front of you to give yourself a little support. This takes some of the weight and puts it into your arms so you can focus on externally rotating your legs. What I want you to do, if your feet are planted on the ground, I want you to put your ankles down, your heel, and point your toes up, your knees up, your quads up. And I want you to do that on both sides of your legs. Once you are here, I want you to try and gently shift your hands back, 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 back until they are close to underneath your hips. This will put more of your weight into your muscles in the legs. And as you're crawling back, you should feel the stretch intensity increase. And yeah, that's it. If you're ready to go, we can start. But if you think you can get a little deeper, you can do a little bit of a wiggle and see if you can open up your legs a little bit further. All right, that's it. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Reverse that order. Get into a push-up position. Try to get out of that side split position. Wiggle around. Bring your feet together. Get into a squat. Do whatever it takes to get out of that position nice and safely. We're going to relax for another 20, 30 seconds. Shake out the legs if you need to. Wiggle. Release stress. And I'm going to come back over. Check the conversation. Oh. Yeah, I'm alive. I didn't have to lay down that time. I was able to breathe out that 30 seconds of stretching this time around. Whew! All right, we are 27 minutes in, and we are preparing to do the last and final round of side splits. So this is good. We're going to be under 30 minutes today. And, I've been trying to promise that a lot for the last couple of days, and we've been running a little bit long every time. So I'm glad this one will make it. All right, it's been about 20, 30 seconds. Let's get back into our final side split. Same thing, try to descend slowly using your leg muscles. If you need to hold on to something to help support you and bring you down a little bit more slowly, go ahead and grab it. Once you are in a position that is no longer comfortable, lean forward into sort of a push-up position and then externally rotate your feet. And by feet, I mean your whole entire legs, but you're pointing your toes up, your knees up, your quads up, and try to sit back and walk your hands towards your hips. All right. We're putting more and more weight into our hips to try and bring the muscles into a nice and intense stretch. And we're going to add a little wiggle to see if we can open our legs just a little bit further. And that's it. 30 seconds. Ready? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We are done. Okay, crawl forward. Bring your legs back together. If they are getting harder and harder and harder to control, that's totally normal because we just did 3 sets of side splits. Whew. Take a break. Move your legs. Regain control. And I'm going to slowly crawl back over to the phone to read the comments. Oh, you can see me suffering. Yeah, we all suffer for our goals. But I think it only takes a couple of seconds for my muscles to start functioning again. So I'm good again. But the first couple of seconds coming out of the side split, they're definitely just plain brutal. All right. We are 29 minutes and 46 seconds. We finished this. This is done. It's perfect. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and practicing consistency. If you are still on and have no idea what's going on because you just joined, you joined 30 minutes of side split stretching every single day, starting about 30 minutes ago, and I will be back for a little bit more stretching and a little bit more consistency and a little bit more community so that we can get to our side split goals together. All right, Liverpool, I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to call it. Liverpool, thank you for coming in and your contributions to the chat. Tina, as always, so good to see you. I'm sorry the audio got a little bit weird, but hopefully it doesn't have too negative an impact. Because we're already been stretching, it's all relaxation time. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, and subscribe if you'd like, so you get notifications to come back in 23 hours and 30 minutes.